M.I.A. Hunters is about finding lost loved ones when all hope is vanished. For many, we are the last hope.
And each mission is a mission impossible. We start with nothing but a name, a dog tag number. That leads us to one clue after another. With a bit of luck and a lot of work, we'll bring them back. We've done 14 missions, 12 of them have been successful.
And 44 recoveries to date.
We go wherever it takes to go and find the M.I.A. that's missing.
Bryan's always getting us into the stickiest of situations. I mean, you just never know where we're going to end up. Virtually every mission that we have done has been successful. We've been shot at, our planes caught fire, we've traveled into places where even the military wouldn't go, and invariably we get our man. I think perhaps one of the most emotional moments for me was when we found Lieutenant Theodore Thompson in Sicily.
I am Virginia Thompson. My husband was only 23 when he went to war. I had just had our first baby. He never came home.
We had gone on a search at the request of the widow. They had only been married a very, very short time, and he disappeared. Okay, what did they say?
They are just saying that there is one person, he is this man, who knows exactly what happened.
I remember on our trip going out to the field with this chap who had told us where the plane crashed. Nearly 6 decades later, we found him in a small unmarked grave on the southern coast of Sicily.
Thompson, Theodore J., Second Lieutenant, 91 Bomb Squadron, 27. We kind of organized this ceremony because we wanted to videotape something that we could take back and show the relatives.
We also dug some dirt from the grave that we put into special containers that were given to the family.
It can get very emotional at that point in time. And we had brought back a Red Cross lady who'd been missing for nearly 60 years. This bizarre story was really a love story because we didn't find an M.I.A. This M.I.A. pilot who was flying a single-seat airplane took a Red Cross girl up with him, and one was sitting on the lap of the other in the single-seat airplane in order to fly it. And they both crashed. We found that virtually the whole airplane, the 4 blades of the propeller were there. Ammunition from the plane, 50 caliber ammunition, was rotting. The whole tail assembly was in one huge piece.
I recall one particular scene where the natives came to this location and they were excavating the site, and they had rigged up this very primitive kind of pulley system with a old tree and a bit of rope and chain, and they were heaving and pulling this aeroplane debris out of this ditch.
And the more they dug, they began to realize this is an airplane. But also they started to find bones and teeth and remains of a human being.
We don't really deal with the bodies. We locate, but we don't dig.
Yeah, absolutely not.
We work very closely with the CILHI located in Hawaii.
We know how far we should go, which is not to interfere with graves. And we know that at that point they're going to take over. They're going to remove the bodies, take them back to Hawaii, go through the forensic tests, establish that the bodies that have been found are the people we believe they were, and ultimately return those bodies to their relatives for burial.
All we do is to get them to the location. It's their job to exhume the bodies.
We've had a situation where we not only didn't find the body, we didn't expect to find the body. In fact, even before we went there, we knew we weren't going to find the body. But in this particular case, we took the nephew of a World War II M.I.A. pilot to an ocean site south of Japan. This young man was shot down in the water by a Japanese fighter pilot ace called Hayao Fujimoto. We took the nephew of the M.I.A. pilot to meet Hayao Fujimoto.
Hello, Mr. Fujimoto. I've heard very much about it. Looking forward to getting to know you.
It was really a profound moment, bringing together a Japanese fighter pilot ace who had shot down this man's uncle during World War II.
We had a ceremony on a boat near the crash site of the pilot, and standing side by side was the American nephew of the M.I.A. pilot and the Japanese man who'd shot his uncle down.
And I remember it was very rough that day, and the winds were blowing, and it was kind of rainy, and the boat was rocking back and forth, and we put these crosses over into the water, and they floated out and they came together.
It's almost as if the two men who were standing side by side, it was echoing that. The two crosses came together. It's really quite dramatic.
And it gained so much media exposure that the next day we had a phone call from the widow of a Japanese kamikaze torpedo, human torpedo division. And she told us about a lost grave of an American who had been buried on a remote island in 1945. And there's no one would have ever heard about this site had it not been for this one person who still remained alive and knew about it that called and told us. Some people ask us, why have we been focusing on World War II MIAs? And the answer to that really is the window of opportunity is closing. We believe there's only a few years left where this work can be done, since we rely so heavily on eyewitness accounts. And our stories aren't about history. Our stories are about today, and they're about the future. They're about people who are looking for someone that's missing now, and they're about people who need to move forward into the future and have some closure. What we're looking to do is to share our methods and our process of finding people with others so that this work can continue long after we're gone.
But we'll keep at it. I mean, we'll keep following the leads as they come in. And till one of us or both of us drops, I suppose. But
that's pretty good from a 76-year-old guy, isn't it? We'll keep at it.
You know, there's no end to the prospects here. So all you can do is stay with it.
We're just two people looking for 68,000.
The odds are against us, but, you know.
That's nothing new?
No, don't worry about that.
In the forbidding jungles of Papua New Guinea, a few miles north of Australia, when you come face to face with painted native warriors who may never have met a white person before, it is not immediately clear if they are there to greet you or to eat you, but your problems have only just begun. So why would 32 Americans and 3 Australians with an average age of 60 and 10 of them over 70, all at their own expense, spend a hazardous month in 80 to 90 degrees of temperature with intermittent downpours of torrential rain, slog daily through the jungle, sleeping in tents, eating native food, including broiled snake, enter a hostile malarial jungle with an abundance of mosquitoes, ants, scorpions, blood-sucking leeches, snakes and crocodiles, then find an outbreak of cholera, all waiting for them. They are told in advance to make sure such arrangements at home are in order, to check their insurance is current, and emergency evacuation from the jungle, if necessary, is prepaid. And don't expect this to be a picnic vacation, for nothing is totally predictable. The jungle does not give up its secrets easily or willingly. All the volunteers, if they sign on, will be operating daily from jungle-based camps, traveling by dugout canoes, raft, or coastal offshore boats for 6 or more hours in blazing sun, or bogged down in 4-wheel drive vehicles on flooded trails. Trekking will be hazardous and test their endurance. Obstacles will be overcome en route by building ladders on site to climb rock walls. Cliff paths may be only a foot wide and sometimes only a bamboo pole in width. All will be precipitous. Crossing rivers is even more unreal on flimsy native-built bridges over rushing waters. A fall from one of these can be fatal. Crossing a crocodile-infested river in water up to your neck is more than just an adrenaline rush. Having done this, cross the other side is your next problem, a 4,000-foot climb to reach your objective Mountain. Finally, all you then have to worry about is to do it all over again to get back to base camp alive.
In Papua New Guinea, vast numbers of American aircraft and their M.I.A. crews lay lost in the jungle. Missing in time for over half a century, the families of these men and women, lost in action, are still waiting for their loved ones to come home. For the past 20 years, a group of civilian volunteers have been successfully discovering our lost M.I.A. heroes. They are called the M.I.A. Hunters, a privately funded, non-profit organization. Here is what our government says about it.
The Department of Defense recognizes that M.I.A. Hunters is the #1 source, the #1 civilian assistance in helping them to reunite world family members. They are our top source of information. They can do things and open doors we cannot. It would not happen without them.
This American group, the M.I.A. Hunters, walk to a different beat, coming together with the common goal of finding our lost American heroes. These are the few looking for the many, wherever it takes them, whatever the risk. This is their commitment. This is what they do. This is who they are. They are the M.I.A. Hunters.